back here to the King Ellie Show. People are going to be on episode 9 for Behind the Curtain, part number 1. Right now we just got done watching the NFL draft. It's 11:50 at night here Thursday. We got 10 more minutes before it's going to be Friday. So while I was up after watching the draft, I'm like, you know what? Let me go ahead and knock out this recording for you guys so that way it'll be up early tomorrow morning, which works better for me too, works better for you guys. You guys get it early in the morning, and then we'll probably have it up on the audio part for Anchor and Spotify later that day. So I also tweet it out for you guys when it goes up on Anchor and it goes on Spotify. So, what is my brother sending me? What? 1 second, guys. What does he want? Whatever. I'll text him later. He's like, he's about to watch this new series. I'm like, bro, I told you to watch the series a long time ago. If you guys have not been watching the Harley Quinn TV series on DC Universe, check out the Harley Quinn. My girl, Harley Quinn. Check out Harley Quinn on the DC Universe. It's like $6. It's like this, about the same price you pay for Disney Plus, and it's really funny. And also it's TVMA. So we had a lot of topics this we could talk about for Behind the Curtain. There's a lot of news. There's a lot of news to talk about. We got the Triple H news that he thinks WrestleMania should be a 2-night event, which we'll get into that too, man. Which he's thinking WrestleMania should be a 2-night event. We'll get into that. Also, 2K21 was officially canceled today. If you guys didn't listen in to Sean Ross Sapp for Wrestling Inc. No, is it Wrestling Inc? Is it man Wrestling Inc? No, Fightful. He used to work for Wrestling Inc., but he works for Fightful. Fightful, which is Sean Ross Sapp's personal website, his wrestling news, all that stuff. He had the Mr. McMahon Q1 earnings today, and there was a lot of interesting news, which we're going to touch on that too. But one of the main topics was that 2K21, which he came out flat and said, yeah, no, there'll be no 2K21, which I told you guys like 2 weeks ago. There will be no W2K21, which the insider, which, you know, I was saying, you take it with a grain of salt. You never know what these insiders are saying, but he used to work for the company. I think it was like 10 years old. He used to work for the company. But he said, yeah, there'll be no 2K21, which, again, we'll get into that too, which game was terrible last year. I mean, the reason I got the game, which I'm assuming most of you guys got the game for the same reason, which was to play as Bray Wyatt the Fiend. That was really it, and maybe Rhea Ripley and Tony Storm. You know, I love Rhea Ripley. Yeah, besides the Fiend, Bray Wyatt, and Rhea Ripley and Tony Storm, there was no point even touching that game. Like right now, I think it's on sale for $20. Which I think TJ, you hit me up last week. He's like, bro, should I get 2K20? I'm like, bro, no. Don't waste your $20. Put your $20 towards FIFA or Madden or 2K or basketball 2K. Put it towards that. Don't put it towards WB2K20. Don't do that. So those will be the 3 main topics, and also you guys are asking to get my thoughts on Rob Gronkowski. I'll throw that in there for you guys too. But the main topic that I wanted to get in, which would be part of Vince McMahon's Q earnings, which I may put some audio in there for you guys, or I may not put the audio in there for you guys. But if you want to, Sean Ross Sapp for Fightful on YouTube, they have the whole. You can listen to the whole. It was like maybe less than an hour. It's like maybe an hour. The whole earnings there. But where's the article at? I had the article. Aha. So pretty much the main topic that I got out of the Q1, which was Vince McMahon was trying to do. Yo, hold up. There was one of the questions the guy asked the guy. Vince McMahon said the numbers for the network were up. He's like, oh, the numbers for the network. This is the highest the numbers have been for the network since we started doing the network. This is the highest numbers we had. He said it was at 2.1 million was the network was at 2.1 million. And the guy goes and asks McMahon, okay, so how many of those numbers are free subscribers? Because, you know, they've been giving the network as free for, like, God knows how long. So the guy asked McMahon, like, so how many of the 2.1 million would be the free subscribers? And the guy said, do you want to discuss that? And the guy said, and then McMahon's like, hey, whatever the guy's name was, I think it was Frank or somebody. He was like, hey, Frank, go ahead. And Frank was like, no, we don't feel like discussing those numbers. So then I was like, I want to know what the numbers are. I want to know how many of the people are free subscribers. And do you know what Dave Meltzer tweeted out? Dave Meltzer tweeted out the actual numbers of the network minus the free subscribers is actually 1.6. So really, you only have 1.6 million paid people that are paid to the subscriber. And how many subscribers do they have on the YouTube page for the for WWE YouTube page? I'm gonna tell you guys how many subscribers they have on the WWE YouTube page. 1 second. WWE YouTube page. The WWE YouTube page has 58.5 million subscribers. You have 58.5 million subscribers on your YouTube page, yet you only have 1.6 million paid subscribers. Did you guys get that? WWE has 58.5 million subscribers on their YouTube page, yet they only have 1.6 million paid subscribers. And I think we've been saying that for like since the beginning of time. We're like saying that just doesn't add up. Like you would think hardcore wrestling fans would want to tune in on the network, but again, that's your own fault because they're not really added anything. They're like, besides what? Besides the little 24 series that they have with like Wrestlemania, the Divas, or like the one they did with the Edge or Finn Balor. Besides that, and then you took NXT off the network, which many people paid just to see NXT. I was surely one of them. I was like, NXT is okay. It's a paid thing. The only way you can watch NXT is if you have the network, which was a good thing to do. And then you take the network, and then did you take NXT off the network? So what are you really paying for? You're really just paying for the pay-per-views. And honestly, besides WrestleMania, Royal Rumble, do you guys even count SummerSlam as like a really important show that you like? Oh, Junk, I can't miss SummerSlam. I don't think no. I think honestly, the last time SummerSlam was like really can't miss. I mean, when do you guys think SummerSlam was a can't miss pay-per-view? When was the last time SummerSlam was a can't miss pay-per-view? Where you're like, okay, I gotta tune in to see SummerSlam. I'm trying to think. Like, when was the last time SummerSlam was like you cannot miss SummerSlam? I don't want to go all the way back to John Cena, Daniel Bryan, but do you guys want to say that's probably the last time you're like, yo, this is a can't miss SummerSlam? Am I missing anything, guys? You go back and tell me. When was the last time you're like, yo, SummerSlam's a can't miss pay-per-view? I'm trying to think. Like, would you say John Cena, Daniel Bryan, or you say CM Punk, Brock Lesnar pay-per-view? When was the last time SummerSlam was a can't miss pay-per-view? So, if you're a casual viewer, you probably say, I'm only going to tune in to see WrestleMania and Royal Rumble. So the 1.6 million people are really your hardcore fans because your YouTube page says you have 58.5 million subs, yet you only have 1.6 paid subscribers on the network. So, we all said they need to add something that you're going to get people to tune in to buy. Like, hell, you can tell me this. As much as we hate the WWE commentary, I think many people said, hey, give me a tier where I could pay where I don't have to hear no commentary. Or something like that. Well, the Edge and Randy Orton match, surely, But when you get fans back, which we'll get into that too about McMahon said about the fans. But when you get fans back, maybe you add that. Say, hey, it's only $9.99, right? So if you're going to tell me $4 more and I can pay not to have to hear commentary during a live show, I would gladly do that. Like, give me some tiers that would make me want to pay. Like, at least Disney Plus says, hey, we got all the Marvel movies, except for Infinity War. I still don't know why you don't have Infinity War on Disney Plus. Why do you not have Infinity War on Disney Plus? But anyways, but at least Disney has a catalog where you got The Simpsons, you got pretty much The Simpsons and Marvel movies, Pixar, you got Star Wars. You pretty much have everything that somebody's asking for. So going back to WWE network, you took away NXT. You've been removing some other stuff out of the catalog. It's like, what are you gonna make people pay the $9.99? The pay-per-views are terrible. Listen, if you had great quality right now in wrestling, and go back way back in the days when you had like Backlash, Judgment Day, Vengeance, No Mercy when that No Mercy was No Mercy. Survivor Series. When you had all those good pay-per-views and they were actually good, you can imagine how many subscribers you'd had back in the day? Can you imagine how many subscribers you'd had back in the day if you had great quality wrestling that you had back then today? McMahon would be going through the roof. Listen, I think last time Disney Plus numbers. Let's just give you guys an example. Disney Plus subs. Let's see how many subscribers Disney Plus has. Let's just see. I think let me see. How many Disney Plus? Okay, so listen to this, guys. As of April 2020, this month, Disney Plus has 50 million subscribers. Now, you can say, what do you want to say? Disney, I mean, it's Disney. But they have 50 million subscribers compared to the WWE, which you say, oh, we're number one. You only have 1.6 paid million subs. And honestly, Disney Plus, I think Disney Plus is what? Disney Plus is $6.99, so that's $3 difference. Okay? It's a $3 difference. And plus, again, we always say Vince McMahon should add something that could get somebody to hook on. For example, The Mandalorian. It was a weekly thing. They're adding the Captain Falcon and the Winter Soldier. They're adding Loki next year. They're adding weekly TV shows. So, for example, we said this a bunch of times. Add something weekly. I mean, the Undertaker documentary thing is coming out. It's called The Last Ride. Listen, the Stone Cold things are cool. I mean, but listen, if the Stone Cold interviews were live, if you're telling me let's say every Friday. I mean, well, right now you can't do it, but you still could do like a Zoom call. Let's just say every Friday was Stone Cold weekly with any superstar. Weekly, I'm getting weekly podcasts live with Stone Cold every week. Okay, you could do something like that. Let's say every Thursday. Let's do this. Every Thursday you have a workout. Let's say every Thursday you go with a one superstar through their entire workout. Like what they wake up, they eat, they work out their dinner on the road to the arena, flying or something. Like what a superstar, random superstar throughout the week. One of the superstars. Wednesday, let's say Wednesday you do, but something weekly. Like I'm saying, they could do something weekly where you're gonna get something every day. Like I told you guys here on YouTube, because the thing about YouTube is you gotta do something every day. And they could do something every day with a network, you could get more viewers and also more subscribers. But 1.6 million subscribers Vince McMahon has for the network that's actually paid. That's crazy, man. That is crazy. So the other thing about the their earnings that caught my eye was this comment by Vince McMahon. Vince admits Raw viewership has suffered, which again, the Raw ratings are ugh. But again, Vince McMahon said this. Listen, I'm going to continue to read this in 1 second, but McMahon still said, hey, even though Raw ratings have suffered, we're still the highest rated TV show on the USA Network. I was like, this man always has to find a way to spin the conversation in his favor. Okay? So Vince admits the Raw viewership has suffered and says that they're brought in a lot of new talent. Okay, so what new talent have you brought in recently? Okay, if you want to say Angel Garza, Austin Theory, who else is new? You can say Bianca Belair. I mean, who else? Who else is new? Who else is new? Bianca Belair, Austin Theory, Angel Garza. Who else is new? Let's continue. He said they brought in a lot of new talent, so it takes a while. Excuse me, guys. He says it takes a while to establish new talent. We no longer have Brock Lesnar. Okay, when Brock Lesnar was on there for WrestleMania Bill, were we not saying the ratings were going down still? Yes, they were still going down still, even with Brock Lesnar. Listen, I told you guys, a lot of fans are just like me. It's hard to watch Monday Night Raw or AEW or SmackDown or NXT. There are no fans, okay? I told you guys, listen, last night Darby Allin and Sammy Guevara had a great match. It was a great match. But I'm like, bro, it's just hard to watch with no fans. You know, it's so hard, man. You expected me to flip on, watch Monday Night Raw, AEW, SmackDown, whatever it is on TV, that's wrestling. There's no fans. The commentary, no offense to Chris Jericho. Chris Jericho's doing the best he can do in AEW. But Raw especially, Raw, SmackDown are terrible. So, they were terrible before. They're even worse with no fans. So, that's not going to get the casual viewer to be like, okay, I'm watching Apollo Crews versus MVP and a terrible commentary. Flip. Okay, we have Nia Jax versus Kairi Sane. Oh, didn't they wrestle last week? Flip. Okay, you have Drew McIntyre in a main event with only 5 minutes of TV time. Flip. You have, what else? Shayna Baszler. Oh, isn't that the girl who lost to Becky Lynch? Oh, who's she fighting? I don't care. Flip. Like, you have nothing that's captivating. You have nothing that's catching the eye of a casual viewer. You have nothing. And then plus, the content is terrible. So, anyways, Vince McMahon, until you get live fans, which we'll get into that next, it's going to be hard to get people to stay and watch your product when there's nobody captivating. Even when we said Stone Cold was on, 4 or 5 weeks ago on Monday Night Raw, it felt so, like, ugh. So, until you be able to go back into live fans, again, your numbers are going to continue to go down. He also said SmackDown is still at the same stagnant number. They were at 2.3 million. So, I mean, I'm not going to blame USA Network, but you got to captivate my attention, Vince. Listen, if you had Chris Jericho on commentary, then maybe I might stick around and watch you. But you got to... My bad, guys. The draft just ended. There was like 2 picks left, so the draft is over. Anyways, but again, it's going to be hard. It's going to be hard. But again, keep spinning the numbers that you have the highest rated TV show on USA Network. Still keep spinning that. Keep spinning that, Vince. I don't think there's anything else I want to say from the quarter one. There was nothing else that's like, oh my, you know what I'm saying? I mean, one of the guys asked Vince about when do you think we're going to have fans back. He said he doesn't know himself, but he says McMahon did say that he hopes to be the first sporting of, oh my gosh, how to put this? He said he wants to be the first sporting event to have fans back. So he says, well, we always like to be at first. We like to be first at everything. So we'll probably be the first sporting event to have fans back in attendance. And he said maybe they might do a thing where they might test every person that walks in if they have a fever. Can you imagine how long that would take? You'd be like, come to arena at 3 o'clock so we can test all you guys in case you have in case you have the T virus. So that way you can get into the show. So we'll see what happens. But I mean, if you guys want to go and listen to the full quarter one's earning, go to Fightful on YouTube. Sean Ross has the whole video up there. It's like maybe an hour. The Triple H about WrestleMania being a 2-night event. Did I retweet that? I did not retweet Triple H said it would be a 2-night event. Why did I not retweet that? I could have pulled up easier. 1 second, guys. WrestleMania. Alright, let's see if it comes up with Triple H. Because Triple H just said it. It was like maybe an hour ago. He tweeted it out. Let's see if it comes up. Triple H. Here we go. Thank you, Bleacher Report. I love you. Okay, so Triple H said an article after the bell, which I believe was on the crappy YouTube channel that they have on WWE's YouTube channel. After the bell, which, no, that's Corey Graves. My bad, Corey Graves. That's your podcast, Corey Graves. My bad, buddy. My bad. Even though I heard your podcast is okay, but not great, but not better than JD's from Mark 206. Anyways, Triple H says WWE should continue to make WrestleMania a 2-night event. I think it was much more enjoyable than the 8-hour extravaganza. At some point, this is probably what it should be. Listen here, guys. It's the same thing what my man Frank Manzo said. How are you going to get somebody, like I told you guys, that's going to be paying $2,800 probably for their entire weekend package, okay? Airline tickets, hotel, NXT, Hall of Fame if you go to the Hall of Fame, Monday Night Raw, SmackDown, WrestleMania Night 2. I would assume you would want to have great seats for WrestleMania Night 1 and Night 2, would you not? You're probably going to spend around $2,800. What average wrestling fan? Let's just say that. What average wrestling fan has $2,800 to just fork over? You know what I'm saying? So, do I believe this will happen? Probably when Triple H takes over, which you guys in the poll, you probably agree with me that Vince McMahon is probably going to die running WWE. So, we don't see him relinquishing the power anytime soon. And if Vince McMahon gets his way, it will still be an 8-hour WrestleMania until Triple H takes over. Do I believe this is a good thing to do? No. Go back to the old school days, man. WrestleMania 21. How long was that show? Let me see. So because you guys like when I give you guys the facts. WrestleMania 21. Let's see how long the show was. WrestleMania 21 was one of the best WrestleManias. Link. Oh my gosh, time. Alright. Timer. Let's see. Oh my god. Come on, man. Come on, YouTube. You know my camera's recording right now. I don't have time to mess around. Alright, here we go. Let's see this. Come on. Okay, there we go. How many? Oh my goodness. Alright, let's see if this can pull up, guys. But I believe it was like 4 hours. Maybe 4 hours and 20 minutes. Let's see. Because there wasn't that many matches on the show anyways. There was like really not that many matches on this show. You could say there was probably like 7 or 8 matches on this show. Alright. Yeah, 4 hours and 20 minutes, people. 4 hours and 20 minutes was WrestleMania 21. And that probably was one of the best WrestleManias of all time, in my opinion. I love that show. So you tell me you cannot book a 4 hours? Let's. How about this? We'll push and give you 5 hours. 5 hours. You think you're gonna watch a 5-hour WrestleMania? Again, not everybody needs to be on the show. I understand you have so much talent, but they don't know everybody needs to be on the show. If you want to, do that Worlds Collide things. You remember that they have that Worlds Collide? Have World Collide be on an NXT Wednesday. How about you do that before the week of WrestleMania? Get everybody else on the show like that. Everybody does not need to be on the show of WrestleMania. So I believe until Triple H takes over, this will not happen. So get some good thoughts that you can put on there, Triple H, but this will not happen until you probably take over, buddy. So don't worry. 1 second, guys. I gotta make sure, because I think I had like 35 minutes. Let's make sure. Yeah, I had like 35 minutes on the camera. So I got about like 7 minutes. So yeah, until Triple H takes over, this won't happen. As a 2-night WrestleMania, it won't happen. Rob Gronkowski news. Pretty much I suspected he probably was going to come out of retirement. Everybody thought he was going to come out of retirement. When Tom Brady left to go to the Bucks, I was like, this would be a good shot. He come out of retirement. The WWE thing is what it is, bruh. Is what it is. He gave it a shot. He probably didn't like it. We'll see if he comes back. But as far as the Bucks, Super Bowl odds go up. Good job, Gronk. He'll probably have a decent year with the Bucks. Nothing that's earth-shattering, but he'll probably have a good year with the Bucks. 2K21 canceled. Told you guys, the game was terrible last year. So they needed to take a year off. You have the PS5 coming out and the Xbox X coming out. There's a report that there wasn't going to be on the PS5 when they come back for 2022? There's not going to be on the next-gen console. That'll be a stupid idea. Revamp the game, add season mode, add GM mode. If you don't want to do that, sell your rights so we can move on with 2K to a different company to make the wrestling game that we want to come back. Like Here Comes the Pain, SmackDown versus Raw. Do something like that. If you don't do something like that, sell the rights so we can get onto a different studio. Yeah, take the year off, add the stuff we want, take out the trash that we don't want, and add the stuff that we do want. So I got like down for 3 minutes. So we'll have more stuff to talk about on Saturday's podcast. So if you like the video, comment down below, subscribe to Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, Spotify, Anchor, all down below. It should be up on Spotify Saturday or later today on Friday. So thank you guys for tuning in.